In this video I will be building tank 5 of 10 Gary from SpongeBob. A tank where the floor is a tunnel system and one of a kind special house. Well, let me tell you how I did it. To start this fish tank, I took an image of Gary and I made a sketch of our tank. Gary will be the fish's house. The floor of the tank should have tunnels with access to the house and a patio with plants in the back. Using this sketch, I designed a 3D version. The exterior of the tank with Gary's colors, tunnels like an ant farm, and a Gary-shaped house for a fish. I took a 5-gallon tank, the same as always. It needed a different color this time. I thought light blue to match Gary's colors would look nice. Using the same concept for the aquarium light, I printed pink covers for it, like Gary's shell. For the background, this image, a cutting mat, waterproof paper, a metal ruler, a blade, and a few trims was what I needed to finish the exterior of the tank. I designed our tunnel base in 2 parts, to give the fish a safe recreational space where you could observe it and see where it is at all times. After putting our base inside, I had the idea to go back to the exterior and decorate it with these little SpongeBob flowers. Using glue and small tweezers, I randomly started flowerifying our tank, until I ran out halfway through. So I have to print more flowers to finish the aquarium light and the sides. I know what you're thinking, that's so many flowers, but I will keep it simple inside the fish tank. I used this white sand and carefully began pouring it over the base. I make sure to be careful not to pour too much sand into the tunnel openings. Then I level it with a brush. Gary, our main decoration, was next on the list. I printed Gary hollow so I could modify some parts. The shell will serve as a cover for our fish, with openings giving free access from different areas. This will also keep Gary from floating once I started filling it with water. I have this trick that halfway through the print, I paused the printer and added fine gravel inside the shell to give more weight. Then I let it finish printing. It was time to fill it with water. When I started filling the tank, Gary fell over on its side. I just have to remove a bubble and it regained its stability and it stood upright again, as it should. Every aquarium should always have aquarium plants. I chose sword plants with a bit of hairgrass around them, since their size matches Gary's proportions nicely. When designing the tunnel base, I make sure I have the right measurements to fit 1 medium module or 2 small ones. The modules of the left side needed 180 rotation to look better. With our plants in place, I decided to leave it as is and keep things simple. It was time to find the fish worthy of this tank. I decided to go with a beautiful purple dumbo ear female betta named Sisi. I put her in the tank and let her acclimate for a few minutes. Then I released her into her new home. You could tell she liked her new space. After swimming a few laps near the surface, Sisi focused on her plants for a good while. I thought she didn't want to go visit Gary. Then suddenly I saw her come out from one of the holes in the shell. It seemed like she wanted to inspect Gary from every angle. For a moment she rested on top of one of Gary's eyes. Suddenly, Sisi went out of sight. I went to tap the front glass to call her, and she was inside Gary's house. It seemed like she really liked being near Gary. After waiting a good while for Sisi to go explore the tunnels, the only shots I managed to get were of her circling on the left side, going in and out quickly. She did this a few times. At one point she went in through the front, but came out fast, maybe because I was close by. Even though I didn't see her in the tunnels much, I think Sisi was happy. This is 5 tank of 10, 5 more to go. See you next week.